Hi there! Today we're going to talk about brand storytelling. We will explain why it's one of the main marketing techniques that the strongest brands in the world rely on and what the elements of brand storytelling are. Brand storytelling is using narrative techniques to connect your brand to consumers, with a focus on linking what you stand for to the values you share with your customers. Unlike traditional advertising, which is about showcasing your product, brand storytelling is about expressing the underlying values, mission, or cause that your company represents. It's a method of creating an emotional resonance with your consumers. So why do brands use storytelling as part of their communication? Or perhaps, what does brand marketing have to do with stories? There's a great quote that says that if you want to build a ship, don't drum up the men to gather wood or assign tasks. Instead, teach them to yearn for the vast and endless sea. And that's exactly what brands do when they associate themselves with something that is bigger than a product. And they do that through a story and a value that they commit themselves to. Stories have the power to connect with people on an emotional level. When customers feel emotionally connected and engaged with a brand, they're more likely to choose that brand over others. And when a brand shares a story that resonates with its audience, it can foster a sense of shared values and experiences. This emotional connection can lead to stronger customer loyalty. Stories are also easier to remember than facts or statistics. A compelling story about a brand will likely stick in a customer's mind more effectively than a list of product features. Now let's go through the several elements to effective brand storytelling. Number one is a strong central narrative. Every good story needs a strong narrative. This is the backbone of your story and it sets the direction for everything else. It's the big picture view of what your brand is all about. Number two is the characters. Characters give a human element to your brand story, and the characters can be the founders of your company, your employees, or your customers. They provide a point of identification and empathy for your audience. Number three is conflict and resolution. So just like any good story or a good movie, there needs to be some sort of conflict or challenge and a resolution at the end. The conflict is often a problem that your customers face that your product or service can solve, and the resolution is how your brand solves that problem. Number four is authenticity. Authenticity is key in brand storytelling. So whether it's the narrative, the characters, the conflict, or the resolution, they all need to be true and believable. Authenticity helps build trust with your audience. Number five is relatability or relevance. Your story also needs to be relatable to your audience. It should speak to their values, their needs, and aspirations too. This is where understanding your audience is crucial. And number six is consistency. Consistency is critical in brand storytelling because your story needs to be told across all platforms and mediums in a way that is consistent with your brand. Now let's consider a couple of examples to make sure that you get the idea of brand storytelling. And the first example is the brand Patagonia. Patagonia's brand story is built around a love for the great outdoors and a commitment to protecting it. The characters in Patagonia's story are the people who use their products and the environments those products are designed for. The conflict here is the environmental challenges our planet is facing at the moment, and of course the resolution is Patagonia's commitment to sustainability and environmental activism. The second example is Apple. Apple has consistently told the story of innovation and design excellence that positions their products as not just devices, but as tools for creative expression. This story has helped them build an incredibly loyal customer base that sees value in buying Apple products beyond just their technical specifications. Example number three is Tom's Shoes. This is a company that shares a compelling story about giving back. For every pair of shoes sold, Tom's donates a pair to a child in need. And this one-for-one story not only differentiates Tom's from other shoe brands, but also creates a powerful emotional connection with customers who value social responsibility. And as a result, customers choose Tom's not only for the quality of their products, but also for the chance to contribute to a cause that they care about. In these examples, these brands have a clear and consistent narrative that resonates with their target audience and creates an emotional connection. By crafting such narratives, they invite consumers not just to purchase their products, but to be part of their story. Storytelling can be a great tool for small businesses and startups too. So here are some tips if you're just getting started with brand storytelling. After you've studied your audience, you need to identify a brand story that resonates with that audience. Your story needs to be authentic, consistent, and relevant. So you need to understand what you stand for, your core values, and why your company exists. Are you trying to solve a particular problem? Did you see maybe something missing in the market? These are elements that can inspire you to form your own story. When it comes to consistency, you must ensure that your story is being told consistently across all customer touchpoints. That includes your website, your social media platforms, your email marketing, packaging, and everything else. This consistency helps you build recognition and trust. And the last tip we have for you today is show, don't just tell. So you need to use visuals, videos, and other creative means to share your story. This makes it more engaging and memorable. And you must also use emotion, because a good story should evoke emotion. Emotion drives people to take action, whether it's making a purchase, sharing your content, or becoming your loyal customer. Now, thank you so much for watching this video. We hope that you now understand the concept of brand storytelling. Profile Tree is a specialized content marketing agency, and we've helped hundreds of businesses create their own brand stories. If you need any help with that, we're happy to help you. Just drop us a comment and we'll get back to you.